Alright, so you just saw Mishka do a stand-up behaviour there. She's offering a behaviour that we often ask for, and that's nice. But she hasn't been asked for it, so we'll just see what she wants to do. She's got some sandmar here, which is a species of fish, and also a chicken. Yeah, they're not really high on her yummy I want to eat those list, but we'll see what she wants to do. Probably won't actually ask her into the pool, because I don't think she'll get straight in. So, hey guys, we all prepared?
We want to get splashed.
Alright. So she might look at that and go, why is that? Well, we'll see.
I got wet wipes.
Whoever's got cats at home, a lot of people ask, are these guys like dogs? No, these guys are more like cats. They have staff, we're definitely not their owners. You can't really make a 400, 500 kilo polar bear do anything it doesn't want to do. So that's great that she's munching on that. We've got about 20 here, so I'll just talk and throw these at the same time.
Do you want to eat one first?
I will stuff it up there and chuck it in the pool, but that's alright. It's up to her if she gets it. They also kind of give us that you've got one job look. That's right, we might throw another one. We're just getting started. Mishka! Mishka!
You can stay with me, but you can't keep it on.
Alright, so in the wild these guys would generally prey on seals when there's ice to hunt for the seals. The ice is forming later in the season and breaking up a bit earlier, so we're starting to see bears have to spend more time closer together. Here at SeaWorld, obviously we don't feed our bears seals, we can't get seals. Henry, our first polar bear cub, does get the chance to eat seals as he went to live in Canada, and they can actually, some supermarkets will sell seal. But here in Australia, there's no such thing, so these guys get a selection of fish species and meats. So the meats that we offer these guys are from a place called Aussie Beef, and if you're a meat eater and you're staying at the resort, then you're probably eating meat from Aussie Beef. So these guys can chew through quite a lot of food, about 3 tons each per year. Again, another reason why we couldn't feed them seals, as we would very quickly run out. They eat an awfully large amount of food, but it is seasonally based, so at the moment we're starting to see their food drive increase, but it had gone right down once when the boys were focusing on the pheromones that Mishka was putting out. So like I said before, even though they're related, that breeding drive is triggered by the presence of a fertile female. So in the wild they can smell females from up to 100 kilometers away. Normally they can smell about 34 kilometers away. So she's kind of going, hey, oi, you, chuck another one. Which we will, but it's chill. So 34 kilometers away is probably kind of down to the Coolangatta airport from here. Obviously there's structures in the way. Oh, let's go get the water. There's structures in the way as well, so that's not going to be quite that far, but technically these guys could smell the whales that are migrating across the coast. Past the coast, sorry. So they have a very strong sense of smell, and we see the world with our eyes, that's our predominant sense, but for these guys it's definitely their nose. So these guys are very at home in the water. They often spend a lot of their day in this pool, but they also spend a lot of their day sleeping. So a lot of the time you'll come past the exhibit and the bear will be having a snooze. She was having a snooze on the ice before, but also in that foraging pit just behind this big rock. So they like to make a little nest in there and hunker down for a sleep. But we might ask her to go to the bridge. She'll walk over there. She touched the bridge, but she knows that there's 2 other fish in there. So these guys, when you throw something in, they take a note of it. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go get it straight away, but it doesn't mean that they've forgotten that it's in there. So when we're doing our training sessions, Hudson likes to trick new keepers and pretend that after he's done a behaviour that the keeper might have asked, that he hasn't seen the reinforcement that's just been thrown in. And you can see him sitting on the bridge, all nice and happy, and then the reinforcement goes in, and he totally, purposefully doesn't look at it. And then the keeper goes, I need him to know that I've reinforced him, and they throw a second bit. Then he goes and gets both and leaves. So he's pretty clever. But so is Mish, because she's remembered that two have gone in. At the moment we're feeding each bear about 10 kilos of food. The boys are weighing about 440 kilos. That's a life-size sticker of Nelson doing a stand-up down on the ground viewing window there. And for that weight, for that sticker, he's about 500 kilos worth of polar bear. Thank you. So he's about 500 kilos worth of bear. And he stands up about 2.8 meters tall. It sounds big, but the largest male polar bear ever found was 3.8 meters tall. So you need to put another meter on top of that sticker. And then it weighed in at 1,002 kilos. So they're definitely the largest land carnivore. And again, that's another reason why we don't go into them. They're too big and they like to squash things into small crevices. So we often come out and find random things that might have gone into the exhibit. We often get asked about the birds. We don't feed anything live, it's against Queensland law, but we definitely have our local birds and our out-of-town birds. So the out-of-town birds quickly leave, or they don't leave.